Hi there, my name is Latina Webb and welcome to Let's Get to Cookin'. Today we're going to make a classic roast chicken dinner. Sundays are for classics, so let's get to cooking. You open it, you're going to go inside and there are going to be some inner pieces of the chicken. You want to rinse them off and place them in a saucepan with some water, all the inner pieces, and just add some vegetables that you have. Like I have some onion here. I'm going to chop up this celery. I have a little bit of thyme and bay leaf. I'm going to throw that into the water with the inner parts of the chicken, because this is going to be the base of our gravy. I'm also going to add some peppercorn, a teaspoon. When it gets to a boil, we're going to cover it with a saucepan. And then you're just going to let it simmer. I'm going to make a lime garlic chicken. Get some lime zest from the lime. We're going to stuff the chicken with the lime. The lime that we zest, we're going to use that same lime and stuff it with the chicken inside. And we're going to stuff a couple smashed garlic cloves in there as well. Like 3 or 4 garlic cloves. And we'll take the skin off and smash them to put inside the chicken. You know, your own spin or take on it, but this is just like a basic recipe, and I think it might be really good for you to try if you've never made a chicken before. I know when I was younger, I think like raw poultry or just making something so raw, and you have to it's such a hands-on project that, it's a little daunting sometimes, but as you get older, you get used to it and you're not so afraid to just try new things. I'm gonna get you young kids in the kitchen, because I know you can come up with some really great creative recipes that I'd love for you to share with me for your chicken recipe. Would love to know. I'll be looking out. We have the garlic smashed and ready. Let's make this marinade. This is a zester. You just get the zest of a couple limes, and we'll be boiling some potatoes very shortly. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Spring is starting to spring. Add that to the lime zest. The zest of 2 limes, about 3 to 4 garlic cloves that have been chopped up. I'm adding some olive oil. I'd say about 3 tablespoons. Okay, just give that a good mix. I'm gonna season it with salt and pepper. I'd like to turn the oven on to 425. I have some Celtic sea salt. Flip it over. Pepper. If you can get inside too, that'd be great. Cut your limes in half, because you're going to put this inside of the cavity of the chicken, along with your 3 smashed cloves of garlic. Got the limes, my garlic. I'm going to stuff this baby. First, I'm going to lift the skin, and we're going to put some of this marinade underneath. Can't be shy, people. I like to use my hands and get in there underneath these drumstick legs. That'd be nice to get in under there too. And really get that marinade underneath the skin. And flip it over. Rub it all over the chicken. Whoo, that looks great. The giblets that you have that you brought to a boil, once you bring it to a boil, you're gonna put it on low and cover it. If you can add, any kind of onion or celery or thyme or bay leaf, any vegetables with that, with black peppercorn, that'd be great. If you have Marmite, that'd be awesome to add to it as well, because it's gonna make a really great gravy. My oven's heating up, and we're gonna prepare the potatoes soon, but I wanna show you what I'm gonna cook my chicken in. I have a cast iron skillet here. I'm gonna put it in the oven a little bit before the chicken's ready to go in. We're gonna create a natural rack by using celery, and the celery will make an excellent flavor for the gravy when it's all ready. So we prefer to use the russet potato for roasting for this recipe. So I have 3 russet potatoes here. They're about medium size. I'm going to peel them and cut them up, not too small. I told you earlier that we're going to put the celery and use it as like a natural rack. But before we do that, and put the chicken onto that, we're going to put this in the oven while it's heating up. Potatoes are ready to cut. Now I have 2 medium size and then kind of a smaller one. So what I like to do is cut off the ends of the potatoes. And then for this one, since it's small, we're just going to cut it in half. Okay, and for the same for this other big guy. Cut off the ends, slice it down the middle, and then slice it, core it again to make 4 pieces. This is my brother-in-law Clive's recipe for the perfect potato. You boil the water and then you cook the potatoes in the water, the boiling water, for 7 minutes. And then you're gonna fluff them up in a colander and they're gonna get nice and fluffy, and that will make the crispiness that you want for the potato. So let's get this water boiling. Let's get our chicken in the oven, yeah? I think we should. We're going to start cooking our chicken, so let's get this pan. It's 425. Our celery that we're going to use for our natural rack for our chicken. I tuck the wings, like I tuck the wing back behind so the chicken wing doesn't get burnt. And then some people like to tie the legs together with a little twine, but we don't have any dressing stuffing inside of the chicken, so it's not that necessary to tie the legs together with twine. But I think the best place for your rack is like the 3rd rack down. The recommended temperature for chicken is 165. It's about 20 minutes per pound. I have a chicken that's about 3.62 pounds, so I'm going to check it around 110, 115. Our water is boiling for our russet potatoes. It's my weird ass husband's brother's recipe. Love him. And his brother. And the family. Hi, fam!
Potatoes timer, 7 minutes, starting now.
Potatoes are in the colander and I'm roughing them up. As you can see, they're getting nice and roughed up. Look at that. They smell really good already. So I've roughed my potatoes up nice and well, and they're gonna get you nice and crispy for you. You want your potatoes to cook at least 45 minutes. So I have about, 55 minutes left on my timer. Let's flip the potatoes. They've been cooking for about 30 minutes. So I have about 27 minutes left on the timer for the chicken and the potatoes. Looks so good. Look at these potatoes. Oh my god. So good. Deglaze your pan. A little bit of white wine. And now we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of flour. Sprinkle it in so that it's getting lumps. You know the routine. We're making a roux for our gravy. It's starting to thicken up. Add a little bit of your broth at a time. Strain it. Kind of judge like how thick you want your gravy to be. So if you want to cook it down some, I'm going to add a little bit more broth. And then you can strain this gravy if you'd like, but I like all the chunky bits, and actually it's kind of smooth. Mine is a gravy boat. Look at that. The carcass of the chicken you can boil and make a broth out of it as well. So some turnip greens that are delicious. So any type of greens would be great with this. Here is your classic roast chicken dinner. Delicious cut up roast chicken that we made. Let's get to cooking. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's try this dinner. Wow, this looks amazing. Roast chicken dinner, Sunday classics. This is so good. Wow. Yummy. Delicious. Delicious dinner. Just put a whole potato in my mouth. Delicious dinner. Happy Sunday. Let's get to cooking. Love y'all. Happy Sunday.